mean to.
Here we go though, like Bruni, specialised gravity. He needs a result here in terms of the overall. He needs to stop this forward momentum underneath Jackson Goldstone, and he has never won a UCI World Cup in Italy. Can he do so today?
Back in the Sunday red, Loic Bruni. Definitely mentioned earlier in the week he's been struggling to get up to speed so early, but been enjoying the puzzle.
Yeah, if you're going to race in Italy, Rosso Corso, not a bad colour to race in. Here he goes. Loic Bruni leaves the Star Hut and heads onto the steepest UCI Downhill World Cup track in history. 28% average gradient here in Thuile. What has Super Bruni got for it?
Really nice in that first turn. He went kind of a midline. He didn't go super tight inside, but inside of the holes.
Look at the balance of his bike coming down there, carrying great speed, just clicking over 70 kilometers an hour under the Red Bull arch. Exiting with extreme speed, gets the ball back into the corner. Loic Bruni means business here this afternoon.
Inside, pulls across the gap, gets it done. What's the first split going to say for Bruni? He's lost a pedal though, has to clip back in again. 0.5 of a second slower than Lars Vergier across there, but Nico was just searching for the pedal for a second there.
Yeah, that might have been where he lost the 0.5. Man, that big huck that he did was pretty cool. I think Max Arlen was the only one we saw do it so far today. But 0.5 is the best that we've seen in the past few riders. I think he's well within touch to bring this back to Lars.
Look how just planted he is on the bike down through there. Bruni gets that gap, lands it deep, Josh.
And it's great to hear Loic have to kind of set his plan. Like, he's been charging, trying to figure out how to adapt to this new way of racing that Jackson is showing him. Loic Bruni is one of our greatest ever, and he's had to really dig in and focus here. He's had a certain fire in his eye this weekend, and this track he's been enjoying in particular, and enjoying the process inside there, misses the braking bumps.
Yeah,
gets a little huck and carries great exit speed. This is looking good so far. It's going to bring back a little bit of time.
Got the win in Bielsko-Biała at the start of the year in Poland. Loic Bruni, 162 beats per minute on the Whoop Live, floats across the road gap, really nicely done. 0.2 of a second faster, split 2 for Bruni now. First time we've seen the lights go green in a while. That time of Lars Vergier's in trouble now. Nico Mullally.
This is a classic Bruni run. He hasn't put a tire wrong yet.
And Josh, he is a wily operator. He'll have been able to deal with all those delays at the top.
Yeah, it's meticulous. That delay would have been enough for him to get back into his preparation routine. Looks like he got held up just a little bit in that left-hand corner at the top of the chute. Touched the front slightly, but that'll only fire him up even more. Loic Bruni coming down into the second half of this track on fire.
Finn Isles and Laurent Dallon, the team manager, watching on at the bottom. No Isles this weekend. Bruni and Williams duking it out. Here we go. Bruni has lost time now. He's lost 0.2 of a second, Nico.
Yeah, it looked like he may have got hung just a little bit in some of those tighter turns, but he's so close to Lars. This is all to play for here to the finish.
This is vintage UCI Downhill World Cup. Vergier and Bruni going at it here in Thuile.
Oh, it doesn't get much better, does it? He's slower, now he's faster, he's slower. Let's see what happens in the fourth split. A ding-dong battle between Vergier and Bruni, two of the biggest names in the business on this brand new course.
Here we go, split inbound. Bruni a second back now on the time of Vergier. It's advantage Vergier. 1-1 to go here in Thuile.
It looked like he carried really good speed into that splits though, so he maybe have enough to bring this back.
168, 170 beats per minute on the Whoop Live. 90 to 100% into the red zone for the man in red, Super Bruni. On course. Can he beat Lars Vergier today? Loic Bruni heads towards the finish line. Is it going to be enough? Bruni goes second fastest by 0.4 of a second here in Thuile. Laurent Dallon, not what he wanted to see. Vergier hangs on.
A really solid ride for the overall championship. I think what we saw from Loic just then shows that this time is capable of being beaten today.
Only the second run to go under that junior men's winning time. Bruni, 3:28.1 through there. Josh, that's a huge pull.
Oh, look at the huck. He just cases it a little bit, but for him to pull that, he was confident and he was fired up straight away. He's mentioned he struggled to get big quick in the early parts of our race courses. So here, for him to come out of the gate hard is great.
3 to go at the top. Loris Vergier's fastest time survives an assault from Loic Bruni, and that is the first bit of emotion I think I've seen from Laurent Delorme this decade. Bruni
gets that confidence rolling. He's really good. He's had a few wins in a row whenever he gets a good result. And he's had some really good results in Andorra over the past few years.
Bruni is just going to have to do that old football maxim of winning the second half. First half's gone to Jackson Goldstone.
Championship starts in Daytona.
The next 5 are going to have to go his way. Loic Bruni, 3rd place today in Thuile. Next up, Loris Vergier, his good friend, UCI Dyno World Champion, Commensal knock-off by riding addiction rider. Second place today for Loris Vergier.
Really cool they got Loris involved with the track design as well. With the new track, getting some really good World Cup racers to give input has got to be helpful, and why it's one of the best tracks we've seen in a while.
Jackson Goldstone takes his 4th win in a row in 2025. Moves within 1 in the overall wins tally off the man in 2nd place today, Loris Vergier. 6 wins now for Goldstone. Bruni a bit further up the road on 11, excuse me. 3rd place today, so it's Goldstone, Vergier, Bruni, Santa Cruz, Commensal specialised on the podium.
It's a race to see who can get this thing uncorked faster, because they know the next guy's going to shower him.
Yeah, Vergier gets it.
Jackson didn't win this race.
You heard Bruni in his interview call it out though. He's coming for him in Palan Sal Andorra next weekend.